is wrong with you?
I don't like religious types.
He's ill.
Morphine. He's weak. Not ill. Weak and repellent. Man at his worst, hiding behind a pack of lies.
Get lost.
You know, Miss Grimshaw, I bet you were a tiger. In your day. Bye now.
Get up, Reverend. Get
Micah,
up.
Hello, Arthur.
what are you plotting now?
That's for me to know.
Now, second thoughts, don't even tell me.
Morning, Arthur.
You know, vanity is a sin, Mr. Escuela.
So is judging others, my little friend.
Me dad used to say, the bigger the box, the smaller the gift, if you know what I mean.
Your dad?
Yeah, me dad.
From the sound of things, he was quite something.
Yeah, quite something.
My father, he always say to me, if someone disrespects you, fillet them with a knife. If you know what I mean.
I wasn't disrespecting. I was just looking after your mortal soul, honest.
Morning, Mr.
Get
Morgan.
out of here.
This isn't tough. This is easy. Easy. Tough as a dead cow. Surrounded by icebergs. Slowly starving. And then the boat comes down with the plague. And men are dying
Morning,
like it's a
Mr. Morgan.
race. The parson, he can't keep up with the funerals. We're burying them 2, 3 at a time, and there's 50 sharks chasing the boat just to feast on the corpses. This is a picnic. Tough. That ain't tough. See, sharks, that's a holiday. Tough is arriving in a new city. Both your parents newly dead. No one looking after you except some scumbags you meet on the street. Folks starving, people desperate. How old were you? 9. Since 9 years old, I've been living on my wits. Hell. Chances to see that, that'd be a joy. You know, I'll tell you, sharks are nothing compared to human beings. Now, maybe you're right. I guess all life is brutal in its own way. Exactly. Yeah, it's all just a miserable waste of time. Appalling. Dreadful. You know, maybe that's the point.
Come here, Jack Marston. Look at me. Look at me. In the eye. You been crying? Hey, why? Why?
Don't know.
Well, listen to me. Don't waste your life worrying about people who don't care about you. You got me. You got the whole camp. So stop them tears. You hear?
Yes.
And you got Arthur here for you, too. Hi.
Kids having a hard time?
Do you blame him?
He'll be all right in a day or two. And you got me, too.
Thanks, Uncle Arthur.
So dry them tears. Okay, well, let's talk more later.
Okay.
What you doing, Tilly?
Nothing, Miss Grimshaw.
That's right, nothing. You're useless. You're worse than useless. You're a parasite. You're a worm. Ridiculous. Get ready.
But I don't want to work, Miss Grimshaw. I don't feel right.
I don't care what you feel, girl. Get ready! These girls, Mr. Morgan, it's a shame they were princesses in fairy tales.
Well, it looks like they found their fairy godmother.
Hi there.
Listen, Dutch, can I talk to you a minute?
What is it?
I think you misunderstood me earlier. I ain't trying to rob you. You know me better than that. Try to speak some sense to him, cowboy.
What are you trying to do, Micah?
Save you. Save everybody. You know me. You stop lingering like a bad smell and speak some sense to him. I'll go back to Blackwater and get the money. Meet y'all someplace and we'll be home free. That's it. Just think about it. That's all I'm saying. Way I see it, we gotta try.
I'll think about it.
Thank you. I'll do whatever you say. Always. You best stay out of my way.
Just what is your game?
What are you talking about now?
What are you trying to pull here?
Nothing. I'm trying to help.
Just calm down. Don't you tell him a thing about that money.
I ain't a fool, Arthur.
I know. I just don't trust him. Okay, I'll catch you later then.
Okay.
You know, when I was a little boy, some men came to my village. They accused 5 men of spreading rebellion and heresy. They took them into the streets, stripped them naked, castrated them, and fed them to the pigs while the rest of the village was forced to watch. One of those men was my uncle. Another was a friend of my parents. And you know what those men had done? They had suggested that the men of the village demand a fair wage from the local landowner. Not that he share all that he had, just that he give enough that the people might live. Of course, Mexico could be a land of plenty. But the people with the power there? They rather kill than share the smallest little piece. All my life, I think about this. Most people are thieves because they steal the lives and the hopes of others.
You think you'll ever go back to Mexico?
For now, I can't. You think we're wanted here? I'll be shot on sight if I go back there.
Maybe one day. All right, well, I should be getting on.
What you reading, Dutch?
Evelyn Miller, of course.
That old windbag?
Tell him about Evelyn Miller, Arthur.
Mostly goes over my head, Dutch. And Micah's even dumber than me.
Real funny, Arthur. He's no windbag, son. He is a seer. He sees things that we don't know yet.
I know, I'm just teasing.
You're just afraid of opening your mind because you might not like what you find.
You're probably right. You know, you always had the most incredible way of putting things.
Mr. Miller has a way of putting things.
You okay?
I'm just an old outlaw, not prepared to go quietly.
Oh, you're more than that, Dutch. You're... Well, you're amazing.
Good morning, Arthur.
You spoken to Dutch since you got back?
Yes, Morgan. Air is cleared. We're moving on.
You're lucky he made me come for you. Okay, well, let's talk more later.
All right, Morgan.
What the hell is up with him?
He must be after something.
Slimy bootlicker. All right, well, I should be getting on.
Okay, Arthur.
You know, we've been riding a long time together, haven't we?
Sure.
When I first met you, I used to think you were all stuck up.
I know. You told me a fair few times.
I did? Well, I'm sorry.
No, you ain't. I don't blame you. I used to think you was one sorry excuse
Back
for a man.
already?
Well, you've changed your mind since then, right?
Absolutely, Bill. We all have. Ain't that so, Arthur?
Sure.
What is it you called him? Sheep in wolf's clothing.
That's it.
Is that right? Huh. Well, thanks. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Interesting to see you eat.
Why, sir?
I thought the opium did it for your appetite. Usually does.
I am not an opium user, sir. I take morphine for medical reasons.
Whatever you say, Reverend, it's all the same with me. You're weak, and you're hiding, and your being up there in heaven don't give two shits about you. So you take opium to feel okay, and them's the facts.
Them ain't the facts, sir.
I'm sorry, Reverend. But the way I see it, your kind is parasites, deceiving people, and a greater evil than those of us who know better.
Is that so?
Yes, it is.
Excuse me.
You're excused. This is fun, ain't it? On the run with a bunch of women. All our money lost back in Blackwater. Old Dutch knows where the money is. Just him and Hosea, same as usual. Well, I love Dutchy. But I ain't sure how fair it is. That's all our money. We all deserve a chance to go out and get it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Now, I know you folks is loyal to the point of constipation, but this is real. That money is our only hope. Our only hope. And it's locked up there good and proper, and only Hosea and Dutch know. That ain't fair. And it ain't doing anyone any good.
You are obsessed with that money.
It's mine as much as theirs. I should know where it's hidden.
No, you shouldn't. All right, well, I should be getting on.